What's good with them people, man? You know what I'm talking about? It's your partner, man. Who? It's your partner, man. You know what I'm talking about? How's y'all doing on this trauma therapist Tuesday? You know what I'm talking about, man? What's good, people like he, ha, ha. You know what I'm talking about? Ken in the pen, man. All my folks incarcerated, bro. All my folks who ain't, man. Everybody on the bottom of that thing. Everybody on the top of that thing, man. Keep that head up. Keep pushing. We gonna get through it to get to it, man. You know what I'm talking about, man? Did I say Ken in the pen? I don't know, but if I didn't, go get that stick up in stores now, man. You can go and get you one off of 76 MacArthur, man. They sold out, but they'll be back. Giants Liquor is the store I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about? 82nd Hillside Barbershop. You know what I'm talking about? They say somebody put them in their stores in the hundreds. Thank you, young man. Now, you know you can come get them things from me, because I can tell you every morning, you know what I'm talking about? Turn them things up the other way. You know what I'm talking about? I got them, you know what I'm talking about? You can come get you one. Pick any one you want. Did you see him? You know what I'm talking about? But if all else fails, you know what I'm talking about? You can go and get you one off of Amazon, man. Make sure you copy a hardback. You know what I'm talking about? Funkadelic Trying in stores now. Make sure you go to Amazon and copy a hardback. Stick up 2 on the way soon. Funkadelic Trying 2 coming real soon. You know what I'm talking about, man? Uh-oh, what's that? Swing that finger. You know, man, you talking about that one? That's the one, man. Here we go. Worldwide INC, man. You know what I'm talking about? Worldwide Incorporated. I ain't gonna say, what does that mean, bro? I'm gonna continuously tell you. It means everybody. You know what I'm talking about? Indugu, Fresh, Mike, Lil Rue, not Lil Rube, Lil Rue. You know what I'm talking about? Tata the player. That's who comes next. Same thing, bro. Everybody on the bottom of that thing, everybody on the top of that thing, man. You know what I'm talking about? Keep that head up. You know what I'm talking about? Keep pushing. We gonna get through it to get to it, man. You know what I'm talking about? Now, let's get through these disclaimers. Now, before we can do that, mama say, and mama always says, brush them whiskers, we gonna tell that boy. You know what I'm talking about? Coffee Chronicles. Y'all see that? Classic roast. Just to pipe it hot. They gonna say what's wrong with you, bro. You know what I'm talking about? I talked about my old school partners last night. He said, I know what's wrong with you. You just ain't got no goddamn sense. That's what's wrong with you. Now, hold on. Good brother like myself, I don't promote no drug usage. Good brother, I don't promote no drug sellage. You know what I'm talking about? I don't promote no alcohol consumption. No, I don't. Don't take a sip. I mean, not a sip of the sip. You know what I'm talking about, man? Good brother like myself, I don't promote no crime. I don't promote no violence. You know what I'm talking about? I don't promote no domestic violence. You know what I'm talking about? Keep your hands off the people. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? Don't. You know what I'm talking about? Promote. You know what I'm talking about? Nah. Negativity. You know what I'm talking about? Nah, me, man, I don't promote shit. They was talking to me, but I don't promote shit. You know what I'm talking about? Nah, shit. You know what I'm talking about? Nah. Me, all I promote is y'all go ahead and do what you're going to do with your time, young ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you find the right thing to do with your time, young ladies and gentlemen, because we just don't know how much of time we got, young ladies and gentlemen. But a good brother like myself, you know what I'm talking about? I ain't prejudiced, you know what I'm talking about? Good brother like myself. I ain't got nothing against the sexually different, you know what I'm talking about? Good brother like myself, you know what I'm talking about? I ain't got nothing against the little people, you know what I'm talking about? Nah, me, man, I ain't got no problems with nobody. You know what I'm talking about? They was talking to me, man, I just loves me some everybody. You know what I'm talking about? As a matter of fact, I'm gonna quit. You know what I'm talking about? Bring that peace, you know what I'm talking about? That joy, you know what I'm talking about? And that love, you know what I'm talking about? That love. Back to the YouTube community, man. You with me? Come on over here, fuck with your partner. Hey, check it out, man. Come fuck with a nigga one time. You know what I'm talking about, man? Man, what's good with the people, man? How's y'all doing on this trauma therapist Tuesday, man? You talking about what you talking about, bro? Oh, I'm gonna get into it. Shout out all the hardworking people with a lazy eye. You know what I'm tired. I see. He all talk about fuck it. He all talk about say what you talk about today, bruh. You know what I'm talking about? All the damn trauma therapist. Say, what is a trauma therapist? That motherfucker y'all go find. You know what I'm talking about? To throw your motherfucking ship off. Now look on this shit right here. You know, this is becoming more common in today's time. For some reason, people go look for answers off this shit right here. You know what I'm talking about? And it's cool, man. Because you might be going through a problem, bro, and you could just, anything could give you an answer to it. You know what I'm talking about? It'll just open up another part of your mind. And I ain't saying nothing wrong with that, man. You know what I'm talking about? But I think this is, as people, this is what we just do a little bit too much. You know what I'm talking about? We go find one of these people that we, for some reason, validate their word or something, right? And we just start listening to them like that shit is just scripture. You get what I'm saying? And if you do that, go ahead with your time, man. That's what you want to do, man. I see you, man. You sure was out there acting bad, ain't you? Man, I see you. You know what I'm talking about? But these motherfuckers we be listening to, these trauma therapists, I'm going to tell you what they good at doing, bro. First of all, they good at just coming up here telling you anything about their goddamn mouth. You know what I'm talking about? And they just do. They come up here and they tell you anything out their goddamn mouth. Now, this is what you do. You'll listen to someone, these motherfucker raggedy, mind-ass motherfuckers say, and you will start applying this shit to your own life. And that's when your own life will start fucking up. You know what I'm talking about? Because for some reason, there's people, it won't even be nothing wrong. Say it's somebody who got a relationship. There ain't nothing wrong with their relationship. They've been just happy. You know what I'm talking about? Now, guess what happened? The bitch get to watching that shit. She get to listening to this shit this bitch telling her. You know what I'm talking about? Now she coming back applying that shit to you, ain't she? This bitch say if a nigga do this, that's what it means. You know what I'm talking about? So now when you was just happy, you know what I'm talking about? You didn't have a problem in the world. You was just appreciative. You was just cool with your whole situation. Now you done came back to your house listening to these motherfucking trauma therapists. You get what I'm saying? And now you got your eye different on your people. And that's what ends up happening, y'all. So you got to watch that shit, man. Because just because it sounds like somebody know what they talking about, they might know what they talking about. But that's what they're talking about. That shit might not work for your life. You get what I'm saying? Because like I tell you, man, you got to remember when motherfuckers come up here telling you something, they just telling you something from their point of view. You get what I'm saying? It's just their point of view. That's the way they feel about something. And for some reason, y'all go try to apply this to some people who don't feel that way. You know what I'm talking about? I just like if a bitch tell you, well, I like flowers, and ooh, this bitch telling you all the shit to do to make the bitch happy. You know what I'm talking about? But you can't do that. First of all, you got to know what your bitch like. You know what I'm talking about? Or your nigga like, or whatever. You got to know what that person likes, man. It's the person you're dealing with, not the person that you go watch and they telling you how to deal with, like just the shit they saying it's just gonna fit on everybody. You know what I'm talking about? It don't work like that. There's 9 times out of 10, a motherfucker up here telling you some shit they wish they could have had, you know what I'm talking about, or would like to have. They not even telling you no shit from a real standpoint of what the fuck they done been through. So they just up here telling you they fantasies, basically. Now you trying to go apply these people fantasies to your real life, man. You know what I'm talking about? And you just shouldn't do that, man. I'm telling you, you got to find out what makes you happy. You got to find out whatever you doing in your real life, bro. You got to find out what that is, bro. You can't come up here listening to these people and try to take that shit back to go apply it to somewhere, because you going to fuck what you got going on up. You know what I'm talking about? You going to fuck what you got going on up. That's all you're going to do, because you're going to start listening to somebody else's logic and trying to apply that shit to your relationship or your life or whatever it is. Because if you ever trip off these trauma therapists, they don't really give you no advice, you know what I'm talking about, how to run game by your damn self. You get what I'm saying? Their advice be the other person. You get what I'm saying? If the other person does this, if you're feeling this way, you know what I'm talking about? If this person makes you feel this, now y'all, if we using that logic, we can feel something about everything. And that's why I keep telling you they ain't turning niggas back to more like to that bitch. You know what I'm talking about? Because these people is telling you to feel certain ways about shit, bro. You sitting right here, you was just with a motherfucker for 20 years, man. You get what I'm saying? Now you didn't start listening to this bitch on here talk about marriage. Now guess what that got your mind at? Now all of a sudden you want to be married. Just because you hear these people talking about some shit, like if you've been together and he hasn't married you, you don't mean nothing to him. Is that so, bro? Or is that they logic? See, what you got to realize is that shit don't mean the same thing that it mean to everybody else. Don't nobody give a fuck about being married. You know what I'm talking about? That's some shit that's a title, bro, that they got y'all chasing. And the crazy part about it, the most broken mind motherfuckers be the one who be wanting that shit. You know what I'm talking about? You got motherfuckers who, they ain't even in the mental capacity to be a good girlfriend or boyfriend. These are motherfuckers hollering marriage. You know what I'm talking about? Man, you better go fix your motherfucking self first, man. You know what I'm talking about? Before you try to latch on to something else. Mama say don't blow your nose on camera. You know what I'm talking about? But they put ideas in your head. And that's how we got to the trauma therapist. You know what I'm talking about? Because they put a bunch of bullshit thoughts in your head. Trauma. They got you looking for mess. Now they got you in your household looking for some shit that didn't happen to them. You know what I'm talking about? And the environment in your house was nowhere like that. You get what I'm saying? But now they got you looking for imaginary shit, judging your people off their logic, bro. And you just can't do that. You know what I'm talking about? I keep telling you, man, you better realize this shit is entertainment. Not only that, you better realize when a motherfucker come up here and saying something, they just saying something from their point of view. You get what I'm saying? So don't be in such of a rush to try to take that shit up off this land of imaginary and apply that shit to your real life. You know what I'm talking about? I'm gonna say always, and I mean always, brush your whiskers when you don't tell that boy. Stop being in the rush to listen to somebody about how you could fix something, because 9 times out of 10, it ain't even nothing broke. You know what I'm talking about? You just sitting around here listening to these other people. You get what I'm saying? And they done made you believe that there's something wrong in your household when you was just fine with everything going on. You get what I'm talking about? You could have had a motherfucker that was broke, nigga, bitch, you know what I'm talking about? But you was just happy with that, you know what I'm talking about? Because by this motherfucker being broke, whatever you go out to do, hustle or work, whatever, this motherfucker being broke, like, you might have been happy that this motherfucker was staying home doing whatever he was. Maybe whatever was going on, you was happy with it. Until you start hearing these bitches or these niggas talking about, you don't want a motherfucker. Now, they got you looking at a situation you was just happy with a different way. You get what I'm saying? They start telling you what to look out for in your life when they not living your life. You get what I'm saying? And that shit just bullshit. That shit'll get you all over the place. That shit'll get you putting a different eye on some shit in your house that you was just happy with. Now all of a sudden, because so-and-so said it, it bothers you now. You know what I'm talking about? Now you going up in there asking questions and shit. When we gonna get married and all this shit right here. You know what I'm talking about? Bitch ain't ready to listen to nothing talking about when we gonna walk down the aisle. You know what I'm talking about, bitch? We gonna walk down that motherfucker where you gonna get you a hearing aid, bitch. You know what I'm talking about? With them little batteries. You know what I'm talking about? The flat ones that you put in the calculator. That's when we gonna walk down the aisle, bitch. Where you go get one of the motherfuckers and put an amp on it. You know what I'm talking about? So you can hear everything that's being said. You know what I'm talking about? For real, man. I keep telling you, man, they got us all over the place, but y'all ain't gonna listen to bruh. But all I'm gonna say is, man, live your life, because only you gonna come into contact with the people that you actually come into contact with. And 9 times out of 10, these motherfuckers up here that you listening to, they haven't came in contact with that person. You get what I'm saying? They might come in contact with a person like that, but all I'm saying is, bruh, you got to gauge with yourself from the people you come in contact with. Because this shit up here is not no blanket statement. You can't just come grab this YouTube game and apply that shit, bruh. You're going to end up fucking up whatever you got going on in your life up, trying to listen to somebody who's never even really been in this situation. You know what I'm talking about, man? Anything sound good over the radio, don't it? You know, y'all remember Milli Vanilli? God damn. Bro, why you fuck with it like that? Because if I don't, ain't nobody else here. So on this trauma therapist, man, y'all stop catching all this tragic ass shit they trying to shove down your throat, bro. It don't even be nothing wrong with half of you motherfuckers, y'all get-togethers. You get what I'm saying? What be wrong is one of you motherfuckers is too motherfucking influential, and you listen to everybody tell you something about what you got going on. That's what be wrong with most of y'all relationships. And y'all sit around there and y'all listen to a whole bunch of people. Now you coming back trying to bother your partner with that shit. You know what I'm talking about? A bunch of shit somebody else said you should do. Y'all let people teach y'all how to be unhappy. That's why they come out here spewing all this shit. I heard a raggedy mind bitch say if she go to on a date with a nigga or something like that and he put his phone down, he's a fuck nigga. Now, if another bitch listen to this raggedy mind bitch, every time a nigga put his phone down, you're going to feel some kind of way about it because of what this raggedy minded ass bitch said. You get what I'm saying? Because nowadays, you could just mask everything with money, bruh. If you getting money, motherfuckers just feel like, I guess you know what you're doing or you know what you're talking about. And that's not necessarily so. And that's how all this badass game is getting passed down. Because they giving more of these marks and these nerds money. You get what I'm saying? So now they up here passing all this old badass behaviors and shit down. You get what I'm saying? And somebody would really listen to that. He put his phone down. Woo, so-and-so said if a motherfucker do that, this means, and that shit don't mean nothing. That's just the way that raggedy minded ass bitch thinks. She done went through something in her life that makes her think like that. You get what I'm saying? But for you to come up here and follow some shit because this doesn't make any sense. That shit doesn't mean nothing. It mean the nigga just put his phone down. That's what it meant. But they gonna have you looking into it deeper. You get what I'm saying? And that's all that happens with a bunch of this shit. You know what I'm talking about? Nephew, sis, old man, old lady. You know what I'm talking about? They gonna have you looking deeper into some shit that don't even mean that, man. Gauge your own people and live your own life, man. Stop listening to these motherfucking trauma therapists. Put all this old badass corruption in your head and got you going back looking into it. You know what I'm talking about? Now they got you with a different eye on your people. While these motherfuckers over here tricking, flying bitches out, you know what I'm talking about? Running around getting passports and stuff so they can go over here and give somebody just a few dollars for some stuff. Man, y'all stop listening to these trick ass people, man. Because these people ain't never even had no relationship. That's why they ran this shit. This is why they need the people. This is why they need that big old following. You know what I'm talking about? Because they don't really know how to deal with people. And then they come up here and say a whole bunch of shit that might sound good to you. This shit bullshit, man. That's why you ain't never seen them niggas do it, man. Don't listen to that shit, y'all. You know what I'm talking about? Don't let them people put all that misery and thought and all them fucked up thoughts in your head, bruh. If you was happy with your people, you and your people just be happy, man. Stop listening to these other motherfuckers tell you this is how they just telling you what makes them happy. That's all they doing, man. And with that one right there, if you don't remember nothing else, always remember. You know what I'm talking about? It don't cost nothing. Just show a little bit of that love.